Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Mandalorian Battle Pack, set 75267. It includes 102 pieces and will cost you $15. Let's dive into the review. So here is the orange Mandalorian. He looks really nice. And if you were expecting a head underneath any of these figures, thought wrong. There's just a black head. And all of them have stud shooters, so I'm just going to take that off. But if you were to look at the front of him, there's no printing on his legs, but if you were to look, there's some nice armor printing, and he's got a nice utility belt, and he's got some really cool markings on his head. And if we were to take a look at the back, there's not a whole lot of back printing, so you'll just find an armor plate and his utility pouch. So yeah, overall, it's a nice figure, and let's move on to the next one. This Mandalorian is a lightish blue with black hands and cape and a little bit of tan and brown. And I think it looks pretty good. Not super good, but I think it looks decent. It has nice printing on the helmet, and if you want to bend down the rangefinder, you can. And if you want, in the back printing also looks pretty good. And yeah, let's take a look at the next one. This Mandalorian has green, blue, silver, brown, and tan. And it looks pretty nice. The head printing looks decent. Same with the leg and torso printing. You'll see it's like the other ones with the armor and a utility pouch and a little bit of leg printing. And if we were to go to the back, you'd see some more back printing. Overall, a decent figure, and let's see the next one. Our final figure is the blue, purple, and silver Mandalorian. It actually looks pretty good. At least the lower half does. The helmet itself doesn't look the best, but it's fine, I suppose. And it's got an olive-ish green cape with nice back printing, but the helmet just throws me off slightly mostly because of that big purple splotch. But this Mandalorian also has some knee guards here and a utility pouch. And let's move on to the builds. Here we have the Mandalorian speeder bike. If you were to look at the front, it's got a light and a couple of stud shooters that you can just fire off. And you'll see that you can just place any Mandalorian you want in the front area and have him fly around. There's also a nice transparent red piece and a couple of bars you could maybe clip on a Mandalorian if you really wanted to, but I don't think that's intended to be used like that. But overall, this is actually a pretty nice speeder. So this is a rock formation you can use to clip a couple Mandalorian weapons and have one of the Mandalorians man the guns. So if you want to place a stud shooter right here, you can. And if you want to have one of your Mandalorians, all you do is just put the stud shooter there, grab one of your Mandalorians, and stick them on. So this is a nice little build that you can use to play with your Mandalorians. And let's take a look at the box art. So here we have some artwork with Darth Vader in the corner. And on the sides we'll have some information and a Mandalorian up here. There's also some white greebling all around the box. Some more artwork and just one of the Mandalorians riding the speeder bike. The instructions, there's nothing special about the instructions. Piece count, and there's 38 pages. And so I recommend you buy this set if you want to only spend $15 on a Lego. This is one of the better battle packs I've seen. So I recommend you buy this set, and we'll see you on our next review.